What up, everybody? This is my Raising Kanan Season 4 Episode 2 preview video. The episode's titled, It's All Love, and the description says, with a federal task force seemingly behind them, Kanan and Rock navigate a new business relationship just as Unique begins to plot his quest for revenge. Meanwhile, Lou considers a new music opportunity, Marvin goes too far on a side job for Stefano, and Juke tries to adjust to life in the army. Starting out with the exclusive clips that were released a couple weeks ago, first being Rock and Kanan trying to pay off Ronnie's debt to Snaps and Pop. But they say they give money to make money, and now they own a piece of Rock and Kanan's business. The other clip comes right after that with Rock and Kanan walking outside when Rock mentioned being business partners, but Kanan is still upset about Rock killing his father. Kanan's also driving a Mercedes-Benz in this clip, and because of that, there's likely a few-week time jump between the end of Episode 3 and beginning of Episode 4. I broke down both these clips in detail in another video. I'll add the link to the description. Getting me to Marvin picking up Lou at rehab. In Season 3, Episode 10, Lou told Rock that he would be in rehab a couple more weeks minimum. So that does let us know that there'll be at least a 2-week time jump at the beginning of the episode. And on the way back to the south side, Lou was raving to Marvin about how therapy helped him. But Marvin isn't so sold on it anymore like he was in the previous season after being betrayed by Gerald. So most likely he's given up on his deep breathing and going back to being openly aggressive. And once Lou gets out of rehab, the episode trailer has him telling someone that his next decision is the most important decision that he'll ever make. And we know from the episode description that this is going to be concerning the new music opportunity presented to him. Either from Lowell Galfin, who is trying to sign him and Famous at the end of Season 3, or through one of Jessica's connections. And Lou's next move will ultimately be signing rap artist B Rilla, who's currently serving a prison sentence for armed robbery, and who we'll get our first look at on screen in Episode 2. Two big questions going into the episode I have concerning B Rilla is, first off, how did Lou get in contact with him? And second, how does he get out of prison? Lou most likely uses the Thomas family lawyer Andre Barnes to get him out. Speaking of Andre Barnes, the exclusive Episode 2 images shows him at a dinner date with Rock. Either though this is most likely a business meeting, I think this is what leads up to Unique killing Andre Barnes. And this will really hurt the Thomas family because Andre Barnes is one of the top lawyers in New York City and an underrated attorney within the Power universe. Other than likely killing Andre Barnes, Unique will begin his attack against Rock's operation as a whole in this episode. This is the episode where we'll see Unique shooting up one of Rock's warehouses and also killing the Chinese couple from the Golden Pavilion. Unique's also going to show up at his house looking for Jerome and Panessa to let them know that he's still alive, only to find out that it's been cleaned out, kind of like when Paz went looking for Tommy at the end of OG Power. And Unique's son and baby mama being missing will only make Unique want revenge that much more. One of the exclusive Episode 2 images shows early Tyler with a couple stacks of money. So from that it looks like Unique was successful in robbing Rock's operation and was able to pay off his debt to early Tyler. As a result of Unique trying to burn Rock's operation to the ground, she's going to have to report to Stefano what happened. And the trailer shows her telling him that she doesn't have anywhere else to go, with Stefano saying that he might be able to help her out with that. Rock looks like she's going through it in the trailer, and I ain't seen her looking that stressed since the episode she found out that she killed Scrappy by mistake and was about to smoke Symphony. The exclusive images also shows a couple pictures of Kanan with Crystal. Keeping in mind the end of Season 3, Crystal told Kanan she was pregnant. The Episode 2 trailer has Crystal telling Kanan that business is about relationships. So from Episode 1 and the Episode 2 trailer, it looks like Crystal's gonna kind of be like Kanan's consigliere, giving him advice on how to run his business, a lot like Ghost and Tasha. One of the images with Kanan and Crystal comes from what looks like is Lou's club, and another image from the same scene shows Jukebox is there with them. Concerning Jukebox, we know she's gonna be in the military this episode, so maybe she got the weekend off or something and went to the club to hang out with Kanan and Crystal. Or maybe she's already out the army by the end of the episode for whatever reason. Because I don't remember any of the other episode descriptions talking about Jukebox being in the army. And this episode description says she's going to have trouble adjusting to life in the army. The episode 2 images also shows Rock, Marvin, and Lou standing at a bar. I'm assuming this is at the same time it shows Jukebox, Crystal, and Kanan at Club View, unless this is an image from the end of the episode after Stefano tells Rock that he might have somewhere else that she can go set up shop at, and this could potentially be them scouting out the Landing Zone, the new club that they'll be moving product out of in season 4. But I think it's probably an episode or two too early for that, and that all of them are most likely watching B-Rilla perform on stage after being released from prison. Getting me to Marvin, who, like I said at the beginning of the video, is throwing all that breathing and what he learned in counseling out the window this season and going back to being openly aggressive. And personally, that's the Marvin I want to see. I just hope it doesn't get him killed this season. The trailer shows Marvin walking into one of the Chinese restaurants and saying nobody's taxing their shit on his watch. This is most likely talking about Unique's attacks in some type of way, but at the same time it doesn't sound like that either. Because when he says nobody's taxing their shit, it sounds like someone's trying to get a cut of what they're doing, similar to like what the mob does, or how Zig tried taxing Tasha's daycare in OG Power. But whatever they tell Marvin, he don't like what they're saying, and instead of doing his deep breathing, he straight up points his gun at them. And Marvin's going to be busy this episode because he's also going to be doing a job for Stefano, dealing with a bookie in Corona who Stefano said doesn't respond well to constructive criticism. But like the description reads, Marvin will go too far on this side job. Notice how in episode 1, before he was betrayed by Gerald, he handled the job with Stefano's son-in-law really good, and he didn't go overboard. But as soon as he stops practicing what he learned in counseling, he makes his first mistake. Going back to what is said about Marvin in episode 1 of the series, that he never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity. So Marvin might end up killing this man, and it might end up having consequences that last the rest of the season. And the trailer concludes with Captain Baptiste telling Detective Garcia that he wants this case closed, to squeeze hard on anyone he can. This must be talking about Detective Howard's case. And then right after that, the trailer shows Detective Garcia pulling up on Kanan. Keeping in mind, one of my clues from episode 1 was the fact that Howard told Kanan showing up at his place of business wasn't smart. And I've been said that Detective Garcia was going to be a problem going all the way back to season 2. Because in season 1 he worked with Burke after Howard was shot for the first time when they rolled up on Jukebox. And in season 2 he overheard Sam telling Burke that he knew who shot Howard. And it even showed him at Burke's funeral looking like he was feeling a type of way. So like I've said in other videos, I definitely think Detective Garcia will be a big problem this season. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.